Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a piece of kit that I put together a couple of months ago because of a need that I had. Now this is a quick grab and go EDC kit. And what that means is this is a kit that I can just grab, it's ready to go. It's got some of the things that I would need in an EDC form factor, meaning things that I would need on a daily basis if I was actually traveling with somebody else in another vehicle. Now, if you're into the EDC setup scene like I am, your vehicle probably has its own EDC and you have everything that you would normally need in there while you're driving it. But once in a while, I find myself being in another vehicle. Maybe it was my wife's car, maybe it was a friend's car, or something like that. And I didn't have some of the stuff that I had in my car. So I wanted to be able to have a kit that I can just grab and go. So it's always ready. Now this has a couple of redundancies as far as like the stuff that I carry. So flashlights, knives, things like that on my body already. So they are redundancies. So this is a kit that if I just have to run out of the house, I can grab this. It's always ready. What I found myself doing before was grabbing the bag, putting the stuff that I think that I would need, and then going, versus now the bag is ready. I always leave it like this, so I have things in here that I would not normally carry with me, so they're extras and stuff like that. That way I don't have to worry about putting it in there and stuff like that. So the bag itself is the Vanquist Dendrite Waist Pack. This is actually the larger size. They make two sizes, and one that's a little bit smaller, and then this one, which is the larger one. I opted for the larger one just because it gives me a little bit more room. It is not completely packed out, but it gives me more room in case I have to throw in some other stuff in there as I go. This particular one is in the kind of like the dark ash color. They make it in a couple of different colors. Great waist pack here. So if you guys are looking to transition into waist pack carry, I would definitely recommend this bag. Also because of the look itself. From the outside, it looks very minimal, very gray man. You know, you have the branding right here, but it doesn't scream overly tactical. But once you get inside, you have a lot of features that definitely help out, especially if you're carrying a lot of gear. So taking a look at the bag itself, you have a zipper in the front right here. Then you have the main compartment in the middle here. And then you have a kind of hidden but really accessible zipper in the back here as well. Nice thick straps, so if you want to throw this around your waist, you could do that. If you want to carry it like crossbody, you can do that as well, which is usually the way that I carry it. But for the most part, I just kind of take it with me and put it in the vehicle and kind of leave it in there as I'm driving, or as I'm riding, I should say, with somebody else. You also have these two loops right here, which makes it easier to hold on to, or if you wanted to run another waist pack or something like that, or another waist belt, I should say, through there, you can do that also. So as you can see, I've got some wear on this because I use it quite often, especially if I'm traveling in another vehicle. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I have in here. And again, this is exclusive to me. This is not necessarily what everybody should have, but this is just some of the things that I feel like I would benefit from having with me. So in the front pocket right here, the zipper pocket, I just keep some swag for the channel. So I've got a couple of coins that I made up, or poker chips, I should say, some stickers, a couple of magnets, some keychains and stuff like that. It's just all full of swag there. If I go out and about and I talk to somebody about the channel and stuff like that, I'll usually give them some swag so they can remember me and look me up and stuff like that. So that's what I keep in the front right there. Pretty easy, accessible for me, so that's why I like it right there. Now you do have these zipper pulls on the center section here, so you can have them either to the left, to the right, or in the middle, and they open up very nicely. They are YK Kid zippers, and as you can see, they open, this pocket opens very low on the sides, so you actually have a lot of access into the bag itself. So let me turn this kind of like this way, and you have an orange interior, which makes it a lot easier to be able to see the stuff that you have inside of here. So no particular order, I'll just go ahead and pull what I have. I just have a pair of prescription glasses. This is just an extra set that I have in there. Again, these are not the ones I normally wear, but they still have my prescription. I don't wear glasses all the time. I just kind of wear them to see from far away. So like if I'm watching TV or the movies or something like that, or if I'm driving at night, I'll usually wear my glasses. So again, this is just an extra set that I always have in the bag, so I don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta put my glasses in there and stuff like that. So you do have a zipper compartment in the front right here, and then inside of there I just have a little kind of makeshift boo-boo kit with some band-aids, some gloves and stuff like that. I have a couple of these toothpicks, so you know, if you get something stuck in your teeth or something like that. I do have a field notes notebook, little notebook here, so if I have to write something down. And then I just have a couple of pens in there as well. Again, if I have to write something down, I want to be able to have something to be able to write with. Now, as I mentioned, I do carry a pen as part of my regular EDC. I don't carry a notebook, so at least this way I do have some paper to be able to write with. All right, so I have this little tin right here. It's got like a topographic map on it, and basically this just has some regular medication. So it's like headache medication, stomach medication, right inside right there. So some Tylenol, some Motrin, a couple of Excedrins, and some Pepto-Bismol tabs. Really nice in there, and I can have that with me if I need it. And then I also have this little thing of Tums if you get an upset stomach. I have kids too, so if they get an upset stomach or something like that, I can give them some Tums and make them feel better. I have a battery bank in here. This is just a regular battery bank. It's 10,000 milliamps. Again, I always try and keep it charged up, so I always check on it to make sure that it is charged, because obviously, since I'm not taking things in and out of this bag, I want to make sure that what I have in there is charged. And then I do use an iPhone, so I have a USB-C to Lightning cable right here from Anchor. And then I also have a little vehicle charger as well, which is USB-C. That way, if I am in somebody's vehicle and I need to charge up my phone, I do have a couple different options. I could use the battery bank, or I can connect directly to their plug in the car and be able to do that. I have a backup light in here, flashlight. Again, I do carry one on my person, but this is redundancy. So this is the ThruNite T1S, small little flashlight here. It does charge on the outside right here via USB-C, so I can recharge it with the cables. That's the only thing that I do need to put back in here, which I did take out, is I do have a little pouch with extra cables. So obviously this would have to be a USB-C to USB-C, not the one right there. I took it out because I was using one of the cables and I just forgot to put it back in there, but that will also live inside of this bag to allow me to be able to recharge the flashlight if I have to. This does have a magnetic base also, which is great. If I have to attach it somewhere because I want it to go hands-free, I can go ahead and do that. And then I also have a little backup knife in here. Can't remember which model this is. It's a Kershaw with that kind of speed assist, but I do like the fact that it's bright and red, so it's easy to see. It does have a nice deep red clip. I wanted to have stuff in here that if something were to happen to it, I wouldn't miss it too much. So again, not the not that I wouldn't miss my flashlight and knives, but they would be easy to replace if I needed to. So I do have those two right there. I also have a Swiss Army knife here. I forgot which model this is. I think it's the Tinker, if I'm not mistaken, but it's the one that has the scissors. So it's like the second level of the Tinker, and it's not the Tinker because it has the corkscrew. But I also have this little dangler attached to it. That way, if I had to take this out and put it on my pocket, I can go ahead and use that dangler as well. And it's white, so it's easy to see in there. And then I also have a Leatherman multi-tool in here. This one is the Wingman. I actually picked up a couple of these many years ago when the Wingman and the Sidekick came out. I found them at a hardware store, very cheap, and I ended up picking up a few of those. I think I had like 2 Wingman and 2 Sidekicks, so I have them in different places. This one does have the clip. If, again, I had to take it out and clip it onto my pants or something like that, I can go ahead and do that. But it's always good to have a couple different options when it comes to tools. So that's why I have the Wingman or the Leatherman there, and then the Victorinox as well. Now I do have a firearm in here. It is a small little firearm that fit perfectly in here. This is it's in a Uncle Mike's holster, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a small Uncle Mike's holster, and this is a North American Arms. This particular one is the Guardian, chambered in 32 ACP. Again, this is not something that I would rush to use if I had to or carry, but I like the fact that it's small enough that it fits perfectly in there. I do have a spare mag right inside of there as well. It holds 6 rounds of 32 ACP, and again, Again, not, this is not the end-all kit for everything. This is just an EDC kit. Some people might say, hey, 32 ACP is nothing, but it's something better than nothing. Again, some folks, if you're, it should be a 380 or it should be a 9mm or anything like that, that's just what works for me. Again, it's a redundancy. I might have I should have I should say, my EDC firearm on me, whichever that is. So this is just going to be something else if in case I were to have to rush out of the house and I couldn't grab it or something like that, the kit is ready to go. So I'll put the glasses back in there, and that is the content of the main section here in the middle. As you can see, there's enough room to be able to fit some other stuff. So if I wanted to throw like a pair of sunglasses in there or something like that, I can go ahead and do that. As I mentioned, I will have a pouch, it's roughly the size of this, that has some other charging cables and stuff like that inside of it that will also live in that center section there. So zipping that back up and turning it around, you do have this kind of hidden pocket in the back. I say hidden because it has this flap that you really can't tell, but it's a very flat pocket. So all that I have in there is just these combat wipes. Again, this is perfect to have in case you need to wipe something down or wipe your face or your hands. Again, with children, it's always good to have those, and that kind of lives right in the back. It's nice and flat, so it doesn't get in the way, and it's not uncomfortable at all. So again, this is my kind of go-to grab-and-go EDC kit for when I'm going to be traveling in another vehicle that is not my own. So again, this is not an EDC kit that I would grab as to say, oh, this is my daily EDC kit or something like that. I have enough of that stuff in my vehicle. Redundancy, maybe I'll have an EDC bag with me as well. But again, if I'm just leaving the house, impromptu, just grabbing and going, I can go ahead and have this. It's perfect because it as you can see, it kind of still keeps a nice flat form factor. So if I need to slide this, like maybe underneath the car seat, or if I need to put it into the trunk or something like that, again, it's not something that I have to have with me right at hand, but it gives me a couple different options of things that I would like to have if I needed them. So again, if I don't have my regular EDC bag, I have some medication and stuff like that, some charging capabilities in there. If I just had to grab this and go, I can kind of get myself through the day with the stuff that I have in here, plus the stuff that I have on my person. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I think the bag is perfect for this. Again, this is the VanQuest Dendrite waist pack. And again, whether you have the larger version or the smaller version, depending on how much gear you want to carry and stuff like that, I think these bags will definitely, work out for you very well. So there it is. I just wanted to kind of showcase that for you guys. Maybe, you can, get some tips and tricks and stuff like that from this video. And if you do, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know if something worked out for you, or if you carry something else. Maybe you have some suggestions about other things that I might want to carry. Again, this is for what I feel I would need, is what works for me. But again, I'm always open to suggestions. So let me know in the comment section below. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.